Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 10 Minutes of Your Time. This is the first episode in where we sit down with some of your favorite people from all avenues and industries of the world of sports and entertainment. I'm your host, Josh Padgett, and my special guest today is the delightful, the dashing, the dangerous Daria Bernato. Thank you for having us come in here.
Thank you. I don't know about delightful, but I'll take dangerous.
Yeah, that's why I threw in dangerous in there, but I can't help it. You're a beautiful woman. I gotta say something about that, you know.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much for having us come in here. Now, folks at home, they can find you at Tough Daria on Twitter.
All social media.
All social media. So you Instagram as well?
Yes, Instagram at Tough Daria, Twitter at Tough Daria. Everything else, just type in Daria Bernato.
Okay, awesome. Well, I want to let everybody know, basically, we're going to sit down with her for 10 minutes. We only got 10 minutes now. And at the close of 9 minutes, we're going to have a 1 minute of lightning round questions I'm going to throw off at you, okay?
Sounds like fun.
You ready to do this?
I'm ready to do this.
You locked, cocked, ready to rock?
Yeah, something like that.
And we got a cute little furry friend right here, too.
This is Melania.
Melania!
Say hi, Jan.
Yeah, she's so sweet. All right, Daria. Prepare yourself to give the world 10 minutes of your time, starting now. Now, Daria, you obviously we're talking to you because you were on Tough Enough recently for this season. Mm-hmm. You know, obviously it was a huge jump for you. You come from the world of MMA, correct?
Yes.
And now in the world of sports entertainment, wrestling.
Yep.
Now, what makes you think? Obviously, you come from the world of MMA, and what makes someone want to take a punch to the face for a living?
I don't know. I guess I'm crazy, but I absolutely love it. It's just something about MMA. When you get in there, it's so raw. There's nothing fake about it. There's nothing phony about it. There's two people going at it. There's no thinking involved, which is what I really like. And you just go in there and you beat the crap out of each other.
Now, you say there's no thinking involved. Now, obviously, yeah, right there, you got to get into your primal instincts.
Right.
But earlier we were talking and you were saying that it's a huge mental game, right?
Yes.
And that's where, like, Ronda Rousey has, like, a big advantage nowadays. These girls getting in the ring with her, and they're just terrified, right? How do you, as a fighter, keep your mental game strong? Do you meditate? Do you do any of this kind of stuff?
No, I don't do any of that. Really, it's mental leading up to the second you step in that cage, and then everything goes out the window. So yeah, those couple weeks are hard. You're cutting weight, you're on minimal calories, and you're doing really intense workouts. So it's definitely a hard lifestyle to live. But I think if you want anything bad enough, you find a system, you make it work. And for me, it's really just looking at the ultimate prize, which is at the end of the match, I'm going to be standing with my hand raised, and there's no better feeling in the world than that.
Right. Now your amateur record, you're 2-1 right now. You took out the Perez sisters out here in Los Angeles, pretty devastatingly too. That second one. Obviously your loss was, I would say, was bullcrap. Went to decision, whatever. But obviously, yeah, you know how to handle yourself, and really impressive fighting skills there. How do you think that's going to translate into a WWE ring?
Yeah, I think it translates well, actually. I've take some of my strikes and my moves, my submission moves specifically, and already started incorporating it into my wrestling. And that's probably the part that will transfer the most. I know how my body works. I know how a punch is thrown. I know what it feels like to get punched. And I think that a lot of that helps with pro wrestling, and it is definitely going to help with my WWE abilities. And also, I have the mindset of a fighter. You know, it's what I've done for the past 4 years, and it's what I do. So going into the ring, I think I have a different perspective than a lot of the other girls in the WWE.
Right. I mean, I know a lot of performers in all forms of entertainment probably have a lot of stage fright. It gets terrifying to be in front of people.
Right.
But to be in a cage fighting somebody across from you, like, the stakes are probably much higher. Now, obviously, in a wrestling ring, the stakes are high because people can die in the ring as well. Mm-hmm. So in order for you to get into like, because right, you're in phenomenal shape like all the time, and like I see that in, you know, as a fighter, and has your workout routine, your diet had to change any to transition to wrestling?
It's funny that you say that. I actually have changed a lot of things, and they're funny changes. You're gonna laugh. So when I'm training for MMA, I eat pretty clean when I'm getting ready for a fight because I have to cut weight, and I know that it's easier to lose the weight by dieting than to cut water weight in a bathtub or a sauna, you know, leading up to the fight. So yeah, my diet's pretty clean. My workouts are strictly MMA based workouts. Sparring on Fridays, intense, you know, MMA, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing drills during the week, 2-a-days, stuff like that. All MMA-based training for my MMA fighting. Whereas for wrestling, pro wrestling, now that I'm getting into it, I'm eating whatever I want because I'm trying to actually put on weight. I've been working out my muscles. I've been doing more weight training because I'm trying to get bigger. Not like huge or anything, but I'm a pretty naturally thin person. I walk around pretty lanky, and I want a different look for pro wrestling. Although I am an MMA fighter and I fight pretty skinny, I want to look like an MMA fighter. You know, I want to bring that aspect to the ring. So it's actually funny. I've been eating whatever I want to gain that weight, but I've also been doing a lot of weight training, trying to get bigger.
Nice. And so were you talking about like Olympic lifting, like powerlifting and stuff?
Yeah, stuff that I've never done. It's funny, on Tough Enough, I was surrounded by a bunch of beautiful women, obviously. A lot of them were bikini models or pro fitness models. So while on Tough Enough, I actually learned how to lift weights. Never in my life have I ever lifted weights. Like maybe once in a blue moon, my coach would like lift with me and stuff like that. Like, you know, he would teach me and stuff, but it was never in my daily routine. So the girls on Tough Enough actually taught me how to lift.
Huh. Hey, everybody helping each other out over there.
We all were. I was teaching them how to punch and throw a couple kicks, and, you know, we worked together.
How's that ring feel when you're running those ropes and hitting the mat?
Literally, I think running the ropes is my favorite thing in the world to do. I love it. I'm a person with much passion and much aggression, so I run the ropes hard and I run them fast. I love it. Being in the ring nothing has ever felt more natural than being in the ring.
Right. Oh, that's cool. That's great then. So, like, when was the first time you got in the ring? Was it on the show?
It was on the show. Yeah.
Wow.
My first experience with pro wrestling was on the show.
How about that? And so did you get really sore from it, or was it from your MMA training, getting punched in the face and stuff, you built up a toughness? I always feel like women are naturally tougher anyway. Y'all are built for like a lot more pain in life than men.
Right.
But like, so did you see other women struggling a little bit more?
Yeah, I definitely got sore because there's things in pro wrestling that we don't do in MMA, like bumping, you know, falling on our backs. We don't really do that in MMA unless we're getting taken down or something like that, which, you know, is frowned upon. But yeah, so there was definitely some bumps and bruises in different areas. Running the ropes at first really hurt. You know, you had the bruises on your back and stuff. But for the most part, I think I was pretty well prepared. I think that my MMA background definitely prepared me physically and mentally to a certain extent.
How's the canvas on the wrestling ring versus the MMA ring? Does the wrestling ring have a little bit more give, or are they about the same?
They're a little different. Well, because MMA is a cage and it's just a mat. You know, it's a mat, so you're just on the ground, and I mean, they're usually risen, but it's just a soft mat. Whereas the ring, it's a ring. You know, it's got some give. Obviously, they bounce a little when you hit it, but they still hurt. It's still a mat.
Right. It's amazing. So you not only did you do MMA stuff, but like, you know, a big thing in wrestling is like your ability to talk, and obviously I can tell right now you're like a great talker. Your promo abilities. You had a background in acting and producing as well, correct? And did that help you with like your cutting promos and stuff for wrestling?
So I've never officially cut a promo really. On the show we did like our walkouts and our ring entrances. I actually really wish I stuck around for the promo cutting because I think that's probably going to be a strong suit of mine. I never get nervous talking. Interviews are like fun for me, you know, because that's what I do on AfterBuzz TV. I host the UFC show, Bar Rescue, and I love talking. You know, I've always been a talker. I've always liked to do that. And acting, absolutely, you know, getting into character and just kind of coming outside of yourself and being somebody else is definitely a practice that I'm familiar with. So I think that promo cutting will be in my wheelhouse. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's on the horizon for Daria? Where do you want to go from here? You want to keep pursuing and become a diva?
yeah, I mean, my direct future, my obstacle directly ahead of me is getting into NXT, and that's the only goal right now, and that's the only thing that I'm focused on. I just got a piece of the pie, and I want so much more. Tasting the world of WWE for that short amount of time, being in the Performance Center, being around superstars like Triple H, and learning from these people, I fell in love.
Right, and you're one of the hardest workers I've met out here, and yeah, I think you're gonna do great. You're gonna be an ass kicker out there in NXT if you can get out there for sure. So you would be prepared to move out to Florida when they give you the call?
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I haven't gotten the call or anything like that, but I'm like looking for places in Orlando. I'm acting as if I'm gonna get that call because I truly believe in my heart that I'm cut out for this. I think that I have the discipline, I have the personality, the attitude, and the look for this. So I really think that the WWE is in my near future. I just think I have to work my ass off and show everybody out there that I need to prove it to that I'm ready for this.
Awesome. And so you think, man, we got 1 minute left. We gotta go to the lightning round.
Lightning round, right
Daria,
now.
you ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
All right, now I'm gonna throw you off some word associations, ask some quick questions like, what's your favorite ice cream?
Vanilla.
Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Sylvester Stallone.
Coffee or espresso?
Coffee.
Almond milk or soy milk?
Almond.
Nice, me too. What's the best place to waste your money, at a casino or a strip club?
Casino.
Smart answer there. Let's see. What's your favorite sport?
Do you consider pro wrestling a sport? Then yes, pro wrestling.
Let's do it. Pro wrestling. I like that. Top or bottom? Oh, top or bottom?
Oh well.
It's on there.
Plead the fifth. Is that?
We should go plead the fifth.
Okay, yep.
Either or, whatever. Apples or oranges?
Oranges.
What was the last tweet you sent out?
That I did the Wrestling Guy Store podcast and thanking Jim Ross for the beef jerky.
Awesome. You got some JR beef jerky. That's awesome. All right. And so was that the last person in wrestling you spoke to?
Jim Ross. He retweeted me. I didn't really speak to him. The last person.
Consider that.
Brian Kendrick. You know?
The Brian Kendrick.
Yeah, Brian Kendrick.
Well, Daria, that's it. That's the 10 minutes. It came through super fast. Thank you so much for letting us come in here and talk.
Thank you so much for having me on. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, awesome. And everyone back at home, stay tuned. We'll talk to you later. Bye.